Hello, Leah here from Blissful Being. And this short video is all about our Frankie boy, beautiful frankincense. So those that have already used frankincense or have researched a bit about it, generally get pretty excited about this oil. So you've probably seen people get pretty excited and maybe you're a bit like, what are they all carrying on about that frankincense for? The trouble is, it's a little bit difficult for me to talk about sometimes because as a doTERRA wellness advocate, I'm not supposed to talk about specific conditions or diseases, or I'm not supposed to treat or cure or diagnose or anything like that because I'm not a medical professional. So it's hard for me to describe to you the amazing properties of frankincense while being compliant in doTERRA with doTERRA's terms, because the thing is, this little baby can do so many things, but I'm not allowed to tell you. So that's why you have to empower yourself in researching. So I can point you in all of the right directions and I can give you a little nudge and a few hints. And I'm sure you'll get what I'm talking about most of the time. But I'm not, allowed to say the big C word or allowed to, say all different kinds of conditions or actual diseases. But I implore you to go to the website www.pubmed.gov, and I'm going to post it below, and just type frankincense in the search bar, and then it will come up with some topic areas for you to look at specifically. So look at some that appeal to you, and have a little bit of a read about some of the things that they're doing in the medical industry with frankincense. You'll be blown away, and you'll know why we get a bit excited about it. Oh, there's a fly. So in general, frankincense is known as the king of the oils for very good reason. I have a drop under my tongue every day for general health and wellness and to support my internal organs. So that's something that was advised to myself and many others by Dr. Hill, who's the head scientist behind doTERRA, and he is just like the god of the essential oil world, if you ask me. So I pretty much do everything he says. But there's a whole list here in this beautiful book that I'm using that talks about a few of the different ailments and conditions that frankincense can support. So I'll take a photo of that and post it in the comments below. But basically it's really great for your mental health. So for feelings of, if you feel down a lot or have negative thoughts, frankincense is beautiful for supporting that. It's fantastic for supporting our central nervous system. So if you get, anxious feelings or don't react well to stressful situations and get quite emotionally unwell in those kind of instances, frankincense is beautiful. The drop under the tongue is amazing, but also applying it topically and breathing it in is just fantastic for our central nervous system and calming us back down and bringing us back into ourself and our truth. It's great for the brain, fantastic for the brain, really good for recovery from, surgery. It's great not only for physiologically, for healing scars, healing wounds, and great for skin, so for stretch marks and all those kinds of things it's great for, but it's also really good for healing the internal organs as well on the inside, just rubbing it over the wound area. Back on the skin situation, it reduces fine lines and wrinkles and even skin tone. So this is my go-to in my anti-aging serum, and that's I'm going to post, I don't know why I'm out of breath, I think it's because I'm really excited. And I'm going to post the recipe for my anti-aging serum in today's posts, so you can make that up. But if you don't really like making things up yourself, if you prefer to buy it or whatever, there is a great roller bottle that they make called Salubel, which has a lot of frankincense and a lot of other amazing oils for the skin. That's that liquid Botox that you might hear talked about. But alternatively, again, you can just use your normal night cream or moisturizer that you use and just add a couple of drops of the frankincense in there and then apply that to your face, and you're going to get those beautiful properties of the frankincense that are going to do wonders for your skin. It is beautiful, known as the oil of longevity for the skin sense of things. So it's also really fantastic for pain in the muscles and things. It helps to draw other essential oils in deeper. So if you're applying the Ice Bloom Athletic Blend that I'll talk about soon, because you've got sore muscles or you've pulled something or strained something, by layering it with your frankincense first, it's going to allow the ice blue blend to draw in further and deeper. So this oil helps to pull other essential oils in along with it. So it's really great for layering. So by layering, I mean you apply the frankincense first and then you apply the other oil over the top, layering it over the top. Yeah, I'm like fully getting out of breath from talking. So it's because I'm excited. So yeah, layering for muscles and joints and all those kinds of things. Beautiful, beautiful for. It's also used a lot in meditation and yoga. So this is a great one to diffuse in a room if you're meditating because of that calming the central nervous system effect. It's really beautiful for helping you to get into a meditative state, and beautiful for during yoga as well. The smell is just divine. It's absolutely amazing. It's so earthy, just beautiful. So our frankincense combines all three different varieties of frankincense, different species, and that's because, you know, doTERRA's tested. They do so much testing. There's so much science involved in doTERRA, and they test the different varieties of plants to find out which one has the chemical constitution that they want to support. So, for example, if, you know, one type of frankincense, Boswellia, I don't know how to say them properly, Boswellia says, it's probably the wrong, anyway, is really great at calming the skin, or it's really great for all of those skin properties, but then it doesn't have as many great therapeutic benefits for the immunity, and that's what they wanted out of their frankincense, then they're going to use the other species. So they do that with all of their different essential oils. They find the species and the countries that grow that species best to give it the highest therapeutic value to support what they want the oil to support. So they've done a lot of research, and I'm going to post a beautiful video by Emily Wright that talks about why doTERRA uses 3 different varieties of frankincense in the one bottle, and why they use that, and also how they're sourcing frankincense ethically. Because you might have seen in the news, and not in the news, but like on social media, people writing about essential oil companies taking advantage of this frankincense essential oil and overgrowing it and what's it called? Oversourcing it, there's a word, anyway, oversourcing it and depleting the resources of frankincense because of all of these amazing things that we know it's really good for. So this video is going to talk to you about how doTERRA sources frankincense and how they're working with the farmers and doing it ethically. So they're not just draining the world of frankincense like some other companies are doing that aren't quite so ethical. So that's really good to know as well. Oh, I've lost my page. So along with that, I'm just going to tell you what frankincense, what other products frankincense is in. Oh, it's here, sorry. So frankincense is also found in the Focus blend. So that's In Tune Focus blend, which is fantastic, obviously, for focus. So that's a roller bottle that you can get that is beautiful and is particularly really good for children who have trouble concentrating at school. So I'm a high school teacher. I wish I could give this to lots of my kiddies. But I can't. So it's got beautiful oils that help concentration. So it helps to slow down the brain and all of these things that are going on around them that stop them from being able to concentrate at their task that they have at hand, which is really important. If you have a child with an issue with concentration or hyperactivity or any other thing that they're often diagnosed with, and then you're feeling very lost and don't know what to do to support your little one, this blend has been used a lot. So there's a whole another Facebook page called ADHD, Autism and Essential Oils, and I can plug you into that if you'd like. Just let me know and I'll find it and send it to you. Even for children that haven't been diagnosed with those kinds of things, it's still amazing, an amazing resource, and amazing to learn different things that you can do to support them. So it's also found in the tension blend, which is the past tense, which I mentioned a few times, which is great for the head tension because frankincense is great for that. It's also in the cellular complex blend, so that's called DDR prime, and that deserves a whole nother video on its own. So that one's also amazing for children who have issues in the classroom, issues with behaviour, any issues. This one's fantastic for, and they talk about it a lot on the ADHD autism page that I just mentioned. So yeah, once again, let me know if you'd like some more information on that one. I'm just about to start trying that out on my little boy who's been getting a lot of frustration and anger recently. It's also in the anti-aging blend, so that's that Salubel roller bottle blend that I told you about. It's in the grounding blend, which is Balance, my favorite blend. So they're the other blend that doTERRA sells that it is in. And once again, I'll post some more information about specific uses and things that can lead you onto your own research around frankincense. But I will, as usual, just quickly read to you the excerpt out of the Emotions and Essential Oils book. So frankincense is the oil of truth. Frankincense reveals deceptions and false truths. It invites individuals to let go of lower vibrations, lies, deceptions, and negativity. This oil helps create new perspectives based on light and truth. Excuse me. Frankincense recalls to memory spiritual understanding, gifts, wisdom, knowledge, and soul brought into the world. It is a powerful cleanser of spiritual darkness. Frankincense assists in pulling the scales of darkness from the eyes, the barriers from the mind, and the walls from the heart. Through connecting the soul with its inner light, this oil reveals the truth. Frankincense supports in creating a healthy attachment with one's father. It assists in spiritual awakening and helps an individual feel the fatherly love of the divine. When one has felt abandoned or forgotten, frankincense reminds them that they are loved and protected. While this oil is incredibly powerful, it is also gentle, like a loving father who nurtures, guides, and protects. Frankincense shields the body and soul from negative influences and assists the soul in its spiritual evolution. Enhancing practices of prayer and meditation, this oil opens spiritual channels that allow an individual to connect to God. Through the light and power of frankincense, the individual can draw closer to divinity, healthy masculinity, and the grandeur of the true self. Whoa. That's pretty powerful. That's a pretty powerful reading of what frankincense can do for us emotionally. I'll take a photo of that as well and pop that in the comments below so that you can have a further read and keep that if you'd like. So thank you for listening. I shall, as I said, post lots more information about frankincense today.